Welcome to Mishna. Salem, Besa, Perek Bet Mishna Aleph. Over here in this Mishnah, in this Perek, we're going to discuss Erub Tabshilin. Right? So, what is Erub Tabshilin? We know that we're not allowed to go ahead and prepare food from the holiday, from Yom Tov, for Shabbat. Right? We have a concept of Chol Mechin Lechol. Right? You have in Chol Mechin Shabbat and Chol Mechin Lechol. A weekday you could prepare for Shabbat. A weekday you could prepare for another weekday for Yom Tov. Right? But you're not allowed to have Yom Tov prepare for Shabbat. So what's the option? Especially in a society without refrigeration and whatnot, how are you going to have food on Shabbat? You can't cook on Shabbat. And we're saying now you're not allowed to cook from Yom Tov for Shabbat. So what do? So Yom Tov shachal liot erev Shabbat. If Yom Tov falls out on a Friday, the person cannot cook from Yom Tov to prepare for Shabbat. What can you do? You could cook for Yom Tov, and if you have anything, you can eat that on Shabbat. Ve'oseh is another option. Ve'oseh tabshil me'erev Yom Tov ve'somech alav l'Shabbat. You could prepare a dish, cook food from Erev Yom Tov, right, from Thursday now, and somech alav the Shabbat, you can rely on that food to continue cooking on Friday on Yom Tov for Shabbat. So you can't start cooking on Yom Tov for Shabbat, but you can continue preparing the meal that you started from before Yom Tov. You can continue preparing that on Yom Tov for Shabbat. Right? I just point out over here that how much food do you need to prepare? It can't be anything less than a kazait. It has to be at least a kazait, and that doesn't matter how many people you're having over. It could be for one person. It could be for 1,000 people. You have to at least have had a kazait to start with. You say berachah on it, right? There's a special berachah to say for eruv tavshilin, and a person could actually prepare it for others, right? You can make an eruv tavshilin for someone else, and you could be mizakeh them, right? You could merit, to prepare it for them. You don't even need their permission, right? Because it's something that you're benefiting them, and anytime you're benefiting someone, right? Mizakeh adam shelo b'fanav, you could benefit them even if they have no knowledge about it, right? As we mentioned by eruv chatzirot as well, right? Okay, so how much do you need to prepare now? So Bet Shammai omrim shnei tavshilin. You have to go ahead and prepare 2 cooked dishes. Bet Hillel omrim tavshil echad. Bet Hillel says all you need is 1 cooked dish. Modim bedagu bebetza shalav shem shnei tavshilin. Right? Bet Shammai agree to Bet Hillel, who say that Bet Shammai says you need 2 cooked dishes. They agree that if you have a fish with the egg on top of it, that's considered 2 dishes. Right? Even though it's really like cooked one thing together, they consider that as 2. Achala or avad, if he ate it or he lost it, so you ate your eruv. Okay, so lo yavash alav ketechila. Now you can't start cooking, from the onset. You have to have something there, at least how much left over. If you have any left over, and so you started cooking from Thursday, by mistake you ate it on Friday, and now you're like, oh, now what do I do? How do I prepare now for Shabbat? If you have anything little left over, you could continue cooking. That's enough to continue cooking. That's enough of eruv tavshilin to continue with, to continue preparing your meal for Shabbat.